What's going on YouTube? It's Jay Marvelous and we back with another video. And today I just wanted to come with a bit of speculation. Speculation, shout out MT. And just to spit some thoughts I'm having for Ant-Man 3, Ant-Man and the Wasp: QUANTUMANIA. I have not read I haven't read the script. I know the script got leaked yesterday on Twitter. Twitter was going crazy. I did not read the script, so I have no spoilers. I have no insight. I know nothing but what we've learned from the trailers. So just starting out, the biggest thing everybody's talking about is that Ant-Man will die. And as much as I don't want to see Ant-Man die, I still am not 100% sure they'll kill Ant-Man. Everybody's saying this because Paul Rudd Kevin Feige said in an interview in 2015 that Paul Rudd is on a 3++ contract, which means 3 movies plus one. So Ant-Man and the Wasp, Ant-Man, Civil War, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Endgame, and then now QUANTUMANIA coming out in about a month. So that'll be 5 movies, so 3 and then plus. Everybody's saying that he's gonna die just because of just based off of contractual news. Everybody's saying that he's gonna die. Now, personally, Marvel's smart, and if Marvel was smart, like I think they're smart, I think they'll do something like this. Don't kill anyone unless you know you're 1,000% done with them. Paul Rudd came out and said that he doesn't know 100% if they're gonna bring Scott Lang Ant-Man back in the MCU. Now, or he doesn't know what's going to be in the future. I mean, obviously can't say much because spoilers, of course, but I feel that instead of killing Scott, they should just trap him in the quantum realm or keep him in the quantum realm, keep him shelved, just in case you do want to bring him back. I don't think it's smart to just kill everybody off just because the way Marvel works. I mean, look at who's the villain for Captain America New World Order, the leader. I mean, Hulk came out in 2010, I believe, and 13, 14 years later, that villain's coming back. First time. Same with Abomination coming back in She-Hulk this year, or last year. But I think that it will be smarter to just shelf him. Don't kill him because you could possibly bring him back. Now, they are doing Secret Wars, self variants, all that whole thing. I know with it being a multiverse, anything is possible. But I think personally, I don't think they'll kill Paul Rudd, Scott Lang. Just because he's an easy comedy bit. You can just insert him in almost anything and it'll fit. Now, who I do think will die, if anybody does die, Hank or Janet. And I'm only saying that because I feel like we've kind of reached the end of those 2 character arcs in the MCU. So I feel like them introducing Cassie Lang's stature, is them maybe getting rid of one character. I don't know if it'll be Ant-Man. Like I said, I don't think they'll kill Ant-Man. I think they might shelve him. I don't know if they'll kill him. But I do think either Janet or Hank. I think Janet more than Hank just because she seems to have some sort of history with Kang the Conqueror and Bill Murray's character. What's his name? I'm blanking on his name. Still with a Q, I'm sorry. I'm blanking. But I do think if anybody goes, it'll be either Janet or Hank. MODOK. Now we got our first look at MODOK. He was rumored way back at San Diego Comic-Con 2022. There was a big rumor that he was seen on set. And that he was going to be reprising his role. Well, not reprising his role, but coming back as the same character, but a different character. And so instead of being Yellow Jacket, he's now MODOK. Because he was, if you guys remember, he shrunk down into the quantum realm in Ant-Man 2015. So I think that MODOK will just be a second in command to Kang S, because that's essentially what he is in the comic book. Now, if you guys don't know, in the comic books, MODOK is not Darren Sproles. Is that his name? One second. I said Darren Sproles. Guys, Darren Sproles is a football player. Darren Cross, I'm sorry. In the comic books, MODOK is George Charlton, not Darren Cross. They just, kind of condensed him and make him two different characters. You don't have to hire another actor. You can just say that he was down there the whole time. And I don't think there's going to be too much to MODOK. I think he'll just be a second in command to Kang. Like I said, if he does make it out of this movie, I hope to see him link up with the leader and New World Order. Because we got the intelligentsia set up back in She-Hulk. So hopefully, we get into some intelligentsia business. Serpent Society has been rumored for New World Order, but we'll see. They could just kind of merge the two. Because the way that they played it in She-Hulk, it was kind of a joke. Serpent Society will make it be taken a bit more serious. Kang the Conqueror will make it out of this movie, of course. He will be in Kang Dynasty. I do believe that. It's Kang the Conqueror. Like, it's the prime. I don't know if they'll make this the prime Kang variant, but this is the classic blue face Kang the Conqueror from the comics. This isn't Mr. Griffin or I'm blanking, I'm sorry, Scarlet Centurion or Mortis or Phil Ramatad. This is Kang the Conqueror. So he will make it out of this movie. How? I have a theory that possibly maybe the 10 rings are a backdoor key, a backdoor for this Kang to get out. Because we do know that they sent some sort of, when Shang-Chi used them, Wong told him that they sent some sort of signal. And when he was telling him about the signal, he had to zoom in. And we saw how much he had to zoom in. So I do think that the 10 rings are a product of Kang the Conqueror. And I think he might have been using them during the multiversal war that we heard about in Loki. He might have been using them as a weapon in that. And then he remains... he ended the multiversal war with Goliath, trapped this Kang in the quantum realm, and then placed the 10 rings off somewhere else, because we know that Wen Wu is thousands of years old, but he's a mortal man. So they have some sort of time. They can slow down the way you age, something, right? You know what I mean? So there's something to the 10 rings, and the way that that his floating discs assemble around his kingdom, the print inside of him. I mean, it's all connected. It has to be. So I think that this Kang is definitely going to make it out of the film. Also, there have been some reports and interviews and things coming out. Interview with Paul Rudd said that this would have some sort of ties or connections with Thor Ragnarok. I'm not sure how true that was. I did just see a post about it. I'm not sure if that was true or not. But I know what is true is that this film will have the same implications that Civil War had on the MCU, and we know what kind of implications Civil War had on the MCU. So Kang is definitely making it out of this film, guys. He's definitely going to win. Like I said, I don't know if Scott will die. This Kang is definitely gonna succeed in whatever mission he's after, though, because them saying that, I mean, Civil War broke the Avengers up and allowed Thanos to come through and wreck shop. You know, if the Avengers were assembled, would Thanos have won? I don't think so, personally. But them saying that, I'm assuming that this film will be. This film will have some sort of negative implication on the MCU going forward. It will leave a dent in the MCU. It will have some sort of impact. But anyways, guys, that's just my spitball and snowball and theory speculation for ANTMAN and WASP QUANTUMANIA. I'll update and give you guys more of what I'm thinking as we see more footage leading up to the film. I do have tickets. February 19th, I will be going to see the film in IMAX. So I'm assuming probably the week after, I won't do like a breakdown or anything, but I'll do a review and what I thought about the film. I'm a huge Marvel head. There hasn't been anything that Marvel has come out with that I didn't like. I've liked everything. I've just liked some stuff less than others. We know. But I've never just disliked anything from Marvel. So I'll come with a video the following week of my thoughts on the film, spoiler free, and then possibly do another spoiler review and just nerd out about the film. But anyways, it's Jay Marvelous. I hope you guys have a marvelous day. Be productive, enjoy your day, and remember, be yourself. Peace.